Hi, I'm Flavia.
I'm Martin.
We are the Courettes, and you're watching Austin Underground. The Courettes.
Awesome to see you guys. How are you guys today?
Oh, we're doing great. Thanks for having us, Liv.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show. How's your South by so far going?
Well, we arrived yesterday, and we were in a party.
Yeah.
So the show starts today.
Awesome.
So yeah, 4 p.m. So
Sounds
in
like
a bit.
fun. We're excited to see your show for sure.
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to ask, how long have you guys been interested in like the vintage kind of 60s aesthetic? Was that like when you first started making music, you knew that was what you wanted to make?
Yes, actually, I've been interested in the 60s culture since I'm like 12.
Yeah.
So that came pretty early on. And well, the 60s music is the music which I identify most with, and I really got totally passionate about it. And not only the music. If you think about the beat writers, for example, they're more like 50s. I love them.
Yeah.
And the design, space age design.
Yeah.
If you go to our place, you can feel like you're like in the Barbarella movie. You have all this space age, the egg chair, the ball chair. So we live in that future.
Yeah.
Because they believed that would be the future, right? It was the space age times.
Right.
But that future never happened.
Right.
So I like to say that we actually live in that future.
That is super
It's
cool.
a parallel future. That never, unfortunately, the revolution and all the counterculture movement, it didn't work out, right? Look where we are nowadays in a political situation, and it is a retro to 1939.
Yeah.
We're more like retro to 1969, where people actually dreamed about a world where everybody was equal, there was no borders, and that actually people got together in love and music, and this utopic world. Really, we love it, and we wish it was true. So that's what we like to say. We live in that future that never happened.
That's super cool. We love the like 60s aesthetic and culture and music. We're definitely fans of that space age era too.
And the cars too, right? They were much cooler.
They were much
what
cooler.
Happened? They just got like squares, yeah.
So with your music being in that like space age kind of future, do you consider it more of like a narrative project that's almost like a movie, like putting you in a certain time and place and just working on curating that? Or is it still kind of personal and like telling emotions or things that happened in your own life?
I think it's very personal. We actually live like this. It's not something we put on as a costume. So the music we make is the way we see the world, the way we live, So that's very personal, I think.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How did signing to the Damaged Goods record label like help with that sound or change your aesthetic or add to it at all?
Okay, it's a funny story because in a world of nepotism, we actually approached Damaged Goods Records out of the blue.
Yeah.
It was Martin's idea. I told him like, they were never gonna reply, and they did.
That's so cool.
So to people out there who have their bands, don't be afraid to reach out to people. The worst thing you have is a no, and this you already have. So I actually learned that with Martin a lot. That shows a lot about the work ethics. They actually took the time to listen to the record we sent to them. They enjoy it. They answer our email. They reached out. And they become our partners in the last 4 years.
That's awesome.
So, and Damaged Goods have a very nice reputation in punk rock and in garage rock. So it was kind of a validation for us to have them backing us up and putting a stamp on it. So, and they're great guys. They love music. They're on that because they're passionate about what they do. So it's definitely a very nice fit for us.
That's awesome. We're fans of like quite a few Damaged Goods bands on the labels, so we love the record label. Yes, for sure.
That's great. Okay. Well, actually, we've been also fans. Me living in Brazil, Martin in Denmark, we had like a lot of records from Damaged Goods Records.
Oh, awesome.
So that was super funny that now we're just in the same rooster as some of
so
our
cool.
idols. So that's super cool.
That is awesome. Your most recent record came out in September, right? And it's a little less like hard rock, I would say, like a little more like late 60s maybe. how has your sound been evolving from record to record? I feel like it's almost kind of followed the trajectory of like slower early 60s to like moving later throughout the decade.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying it. Well, but actually, we think basically what happened in Courettes, we're two musicians. And in the first album, we were very concerned about sounding exactly like we sound live.
Right.
You know, with two instruments. So it was very raw, very like, I mean, we did the whole album in 2 days, something like that.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so that was a quick production. So in We Are the Courettes, the second album, we already found out that we could actually do some overdubs. You know, I put some piano on, backing vocals, and it doesn't affect the way we actually didn't miss them live. So we had this, you know, this I don't know, revelation that studio is studio, live is live. And we like doing both. So
yeah.
I think we've been developing ourselves as musicians, as songwriters, using the studio as an instrument with the wall of sound of our third album. It was almost like a concept album.
Yeah.
Back in mono, we wanted to do our own take on Phil Spector's wall of sound. So that's, I think it's a natural evolution about just realizing we don't have to limit ourselves in the studio because of what we can do live.
Right.
We figure out how we're gonna play those songs after. That's how we have the approach we had now. That's very different from the start. So cool. I think that's how we're evolving. I would not say we're going to the late 60s because, you know, Becky Mono was way girly groups, the girl groups.
Yeah.
So that was early 60s, and maybe here the Courettes was more garage punk. So yeah,
you're going all over
70s. So we love garage rock, we love punk rock, we love girl groups. So it's a big mix of all the stuff we dig.
That's cool. I do like when bands have like a different sound live versus on the album. It's like you get like two different versions of every song almost.
Yeah, exactly. I like to say we like to do, we have Please Please Me, and we have Sgt. Pepper's, all like we have the rawness in live shows. And we have also, you know, evolved in the studio, getting more sophisticated and just becoming better musicians and better arrangers.
That's awesome. So you guys have a show today at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
What other shows do you have coming up with South by?
We have, today we're going to be at the Hipster Robots showcase, 4 o'clock. Tomorrow we have the, is it the SoCo Stomp tomorrow showcase? And we have the official showcase. It was at the Empire Garage showcase. That's Saturday.
Okay.
And tomorrow we have the Rivian Park showcase. I think at 9 o'clock, something like that.
Awesome.
So if 10 o'clock. So official showcases tomorrow, Friday night at Rivian Park at 10 o'clock, and Saturday we have the.
We can find you on
yeah,
Instagram
please find it. We play 140 shows a year, so sometimes it's just hard to find out where we're going. But it's 5 shows here in South by Southwest, and it's at Empire Garage, and I think that's 9 p.m. That's Saturday, 8 p.m. actually, 8:30. Thank you, Klaus. But please, everything is on social media, so if anyone, I hope many people want to see our show. So it's if you go to Instagram, or if you still have Facebook, or a website, so we'll do.
Awesome. Well, check the Courettes out on Instagram. Check out all their South by shows. Check us out at austinunderground.org, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you.